Why is Rotary important?
It allows members to develop leadership skills,
exchange ideas,
expand networks and worldview,
share diverse perspectives,
Advance their knowledge,
discover new cultures, and
take action to create lasting change in communities around the world.
Paul Harris said,
whatever Rotary may mean to us,
to the world, it will be known by the results it achieves.
Leslie is so eclectic. She has a multitude of talents.
She's a dynamo.
Her creativity is something that inspires others.
For me, she pulls out my best inspiration.
And Leslie's an old soul, by the way.
She has no problem, as Leslie would say, this is in her own words, putting on her big girl panties and facing a challenge and just getting it done.
Leslie is somebody to watch. She is someone who has leadership in a way that really inspires others to get involved.
Leslie and I sat for a while, and when it was our turn to talk, we both answered the same way. It's a pine cone. We just couldn't see anything beyond a pine cone. And that's true Leslie. You know, it is what it is, what it is.
Because she thinks big, she thinks community, she thinks about people.
Leslie is definitely somebody who raises the bar with everything that she puts her touch on.
It's just one of those world beaters. You know, you're not going to be able to contain her. And
Leslie is eloquent, sassy, and skilled, and she just gets it done. She is this amazing combination of a really huge heart and hugely powerful.
Leslie has this proficiency for style, grace, and all things makeup. And Leslie has graciously volunteered not just her time, but her sister's time as well, to give them an external makeover. And sometimes, you know, that's what people need in order to feel better about themselves internally.
Her passion, her creativity, she really knows how to step up and make a difference in every community in which she touches, whether it's through Girls on the Run, whether it's through organizing her colleagues to help better the community through volunteer efforts or raising money for walks and runs in the area. She is just an incredibly impressive person, and I really admire her.
Leslie is so incredibly passionate about helping others and about elevating our community. Leslie is incredibly loyal, she's incredibly kind, she's brave, she's strong.
When it comes to what's next, she's always thinking like, how can you make a bigger impact in the world? But most importantly, I think she has a vision that the world can be a better place.
You know, I can go to her for anything as far as questions, work-wise, personal, so it's been wonderful.
My daughters got involved with Girls on the Run, and that was purely a Leslie initiative. And she really got my wife and girls immersed in this program, and it's been a staple in our family ever since.
Back when our council was brand new, 2010, 2011, we were facing some challenges, and Leslie stepped in as the volunteer director, not because she had the time really, but because she wanted to see it succeed, and that's just who Leslie is. She might not realize this, but somewhat of a mentor to me. I've looked to her and wanted to emulate different characteristics that she brings. She's a fantastic person.
You know, you've spent so much time invested in the community. You want to make sure it's in good hands, and with people like Leslie, it's in more than capable hands.
She was also someone that you could tell wanted to work in the nonprofit world and wanted to give back and get back what you get when you work in that nonprofit setting.
Just another indicator of the kind of commitment that Kristin has to the community and to the betterment of the community she lives in.
She was, you could tell, somebody who was spot on with who she knew who she was and what she wanted out of life.
Well, I know she works real hard at her job at the center, but I think it's great that the way she involves herself in the community with her fellow young professionals. Very active with My Pros and has shown great leadership there.
She also helped create the My Pros 100 Club, and the passion that I saw come out of her to do that and see that Philanthropically, our younger professionals have to be able to know what the importance is about supporting their community and giving back. And she was one of the main drivers of that.
Has a great concern about animals, and she involves herself in the organizations that worry about the welfare of animals. So she's a pretty multifaceted young woman with a great personality and a lovely sense of humor.
I think she's very easy to talk to and confide in, and she's just very fun and outgoing, and I think we think a lot alike too, so a lot of times we don't even have to say what we're thinking and we know. So
if she writes it down and says she's going to get it done, there's no need to check in with her again on it, because if you do, she'll wonder why you're checking in with her in on it. Kristin is very good at sticking to her deadlines, saying what she's going to do, and then going above and beyond when she does that. Kristin's involved with several organizations outside of Center for the Arts, and the ones where I can see that she gets really fired up are Leadership Midland.
She's on the MyPro steering committee and the Great Lakes Bay Animal Society board. She went through Leadership Midland. She's on their steering committee. I can't even keep track of all the stuff she does, and just when I think she's, hit her limit and she's not going to join anymore, she just signed up to be the co-chair for the 100 Young Professionals. So,
well, I would say she certainly is deserving of this recognition because of her passionate commitment.
I think one of the reasons we're really recognizing her is because she doesn't do this to get recognition. She doesn't do this to stand head and shoulders above her peers. She does this because she knows it's the right thing. It's the right thing to give back. It's the right thing to be involved. It's the right thing to do everything to the best of her ability. And I'm so glad we're rewarding her in this way.
She's just got a personality where I think you want to help her, even if you don't want to help her.
I think she's going to be one of the trailblazers at the center, helping create the future and the vision and keeping the arts alive in our community.
I think as far as the future for Kristin Squires is kind of unlimited. She's got tremendous talent, great people skills.
I love her.
I would say in a swimming pool, Luke White would be the guy doing the cannonball. He makes a big splash and a lot of ripples.
Leadership, that word, Luke embodies that word.
If you know Luke, he can talk with anyone.
Luke inspires people. When you're with him, you feel good around him, and the things he does makes you feel good about what he does.
He volunteers extensively and he does it passionately. He enters a room and he's got positive energy coming out. You just, even if you come like dragging throughout the day, you see Luke and you know, okay, I gotta show my best because this kid is inspiring me. He does that positive effect to you.
Luke was probably about 5 years old and came up and introduced himself and had a conversation, and I figured he must be the executive of some corporation, the way he presented himself. And
the most amazing one is he has the ability to, I think, inspire people, whether young or old. Anything Luke is involved with, people want to be involved with, whether it's younger scouts looking up to him or older adults maybe just wanting to help him out and make sure he succeeds in what he does.
Took youth leadership and went social media crazy about it. He plastered it everywhere over Facebook, over Twitter. He organized the whole publicity part and the marketing part of it. Everybody was amazed.
Okay, there's the 12 core values of Boy Scouts, and Luke epitomizes all of them with his character and how he conducts himself, and just the way he treats other people.
Like most people, I love to smile, and one of the things that has always made me smile consistently is asking Luke if he wants to go to Rotary with me. And every time I would ask him, he'd go, "Rotary? Are you kidding? You mean go sit with all those superheroes?" Because that's how he sees all of the Rotarians. He knows that they're the people that are the best of the best at what they do, and the best of the best at making a difference in our community. People that truly give, people that truly serve, and that excites him. He has loved coming to Rotary since he was about 8 years old.
My son's in Boy Scouts as well, and I'm trying to get him to follow Luke's lead and watch what Luke do, copycat, mimic him, and follow his lead.
I could see Luke having a position of influence in the state and potentially beyond. That's the kind of person he is.
Luke makes me feel positive about the future, as he's just that kind of young person that you know is going to do good things, and he's going to help this to be a better world.
I don't want him to have a big head, but he inspires me. He does. And he's a man of character. It's not just words. He will follow through it with actions, and his actions speak a lot more than his words. And I like that. You know, as a parent, every now and then you come across a kid that you want your own kid to be like. That's Luke. And I would like my child to be Luke White.
So Luke, well done. I'm very proud of you. Proud that you're my son, and proud that you are a future Rotarian, a Rotarian in the making, and that you live the Rotary four-way test each and every day. Well done, son.